Hello everyone, this is Silk coming to you with Operation Thunderball, turn 11.4, Japan. There is a little bit of house cleaning we want to go over and then we'll get the turn going here. First one actually is Japan's income. I had calculated them at 45 as I had added 31 plus 14 because I knew I had taken 14 IPP worth of territories last turn. However, once I saw Bruce's video, he is absolutely correct that it's actually 46. 31 was the number not counting Siam, and once Siam aligned, they went to 32. I had called out Global War Enthusiasts on that earlier, and then promptly forgot it myself last turn. So Japan is actually at 46 income, which means instead of collecting 55 last turn, we actually collected 56 as our bonus income from last turn was plus 10. Bruce has that correct as well. There's 2 plus 2s and 6 plus 1s. There was one other bit of housekeeping. We had received several rather desperate phone calls from some American investors in New York. It seems that a transport in the Philippines has gone missing during the Japanese occupation. We're not at all understandable what might have happened. I'm sure there may have been some level of confusion, but we certainly have not seen any such things as a transport and escort. There's any possibilities of what might have happened. But if we happen to come across it, we will certainly make sure that the Americans are notified of their apparently lost or property. I'm not entirely sure how they could misplace such things. They are marked right there in the port. But that's just what happens sometimes. You think things go lost in the ocean. It's very big. Maybe they should check in with the and with that we can get on with our turn. So for technologies, we are going to be pursuing improved factories, heavy armor, and large ship construction. We have some plans for this one, but this is really the big one we're hoping for here is large ships. We have the improved construction. We want to get some heavy battleships on the board. I was hoping to have them last turn, but dice were not kind to me. But here we go. So we check our PBE, and it turns out we're going to go 3 for 3. We advance improved factories to stage 3. We complete heavy armor. We complete large ship construction. So that is a major accomplishment for Japan. These 3 techs here was the pinnacle of my strategy for this game. So having them all done here on turn 11 is great. It's going to let us do some things I was hoping to do. Improved factories is right behind it. This is definitely one of the better Japanese tech programs I've ever, certainly the best one I've ever played with, and one of the better ones I've ever seen. We'll start 2 new techs next turn. I'm not entirely sure what those are going to be. Moving on to our buys. These are not in fact new ships. One of them is though. We will in fact lay down the heel for the battleship Yamamoto there, the advanced battleship. We're going to advance the 3 battleships that we have at stage 3 are going to advance to stage 2, so that's 15. It's 6 for the Yamamoto. We are getting a discount because of improved construction. We're going to go ahead and grab 2 of those brand new heavy armor there for 14, and then we've got 2 Marines for 8, 3 infantry for 9, and artillery for 4. And kind of the way I break this down is it's 10 for here, it's 11 for this line for 21, and then plus 14 is 35, and then 15 is 50, and then the last 6 gets me to 56. So we spend all 56. So I'm going to go ahead and move these ships down to stage 2. We're going to make these ones go away because they're not really there. And the Yamamoto hits the board. So good times for construction. Let's go ahead and get on to our combat moves. I did plan this out about 15-20 minutes ago. Hopefully I can remember everything because it is way more complicated than most of the actions that get taken. Alright, so this Marine here in southern India goes into Maharashtra with this medium armor. The infantry from southern India goes into Delhi. The infantry in Calcutta goes into Benares. The artillery in Calcutta goes to Bengal. So we will take Bengal and Benares uncontested. Of course, we're going to have to fight for the other two. From the carrier fleet that is on the in I-11 there, we're going to detach a single tactical bomber, and it will fly to southern India and then into Delhi, and it'll end up landing in Calcutta. Alright, with the two destroyers that are in I-11, they are going to go out to, I'm not sure what this I in, but due south and then over to P50, then up to P41. They're going to grab the two Marines that are in Hong Kong, come back to P50, and drop off those two Marines in Sumatra. Our newly found transport, we're going to designate that the Victory. That's a great name. It's going to go ahead and pick up the infantry from Cochin, China, and one of the infantry that is in Malaya. It's going to move through, I forget that one down to the south of Philippines and come down here between Celebes and West Timor. And it's going to drop off one infantry in Celebes, one infantry in West Timor, and we're going to take both of those uncontested. These two submarines, the coastal submarines that are in P50, are going to come down to P59 and engage that coastal sub and the Dutch transport there. The coastal sub we can't do anything about. He's just going to dive down, but the transport will be able to kill. Similarly, over here in P61, the two submarines that are in P42 off the Philippines are going to go 1, 2, 3. They're going to come down. They will no longer be raiding, and they're going to engage that British-Dutch destroyer there that's in P61. The British submarine is diving down, and we don't have a way to force him to fight, so we won't get to take any shots at him. The formerly U.S. destroyer is going to go up 1 to P41. It will grab one of the Marines that's in Kwangtung. It'll come back down to P50, go through the Philippine Strait, and come also back down here to the sea zone between West Timor and Celebes, and drop that Marine off in Borneo. I then have some transports to move. Transport in I-11 is going to grab the Marine that's in Calcutta. It will go to the sea zone south. It'll go to P50. It will grab an artillery out of Malaya. It will go to P59. It will drop off that Marine and that artillery into Java. We then have another transport in I-11. It will pick up the Marine that is in Burma and more or less do the same thing. It's going to come through the islands to P50. It's going to grab an artillery off of Malaya, go to P59, and drop off one Marine and 1 artillery. Into Java. We then have a transport from I-11 that will go through the straits to get to P-50. It will pick up a artillery from Siam, and a marine from the Philippines, and it will travel to P-59. And it will drop off 1 artillery in Java, 1 marine in Borneo. We then have a transport in I-11 that will go through the straits to P-50. It will pick up 1 infantry and 1 artillery in Siam. It will move to P-59. It will drop off an infantry and an artillery in Java. We then have a destroyer in P-41. It will pick up a marine from Anam Tonkin. It will move to Sea Zone P-59. It will drop that. I did this wrong, I think. I got that other marine from. I just don't know where I missed it. So that marine from Anam Tonkin goes into Sarawak. And then my other destroyer in P-41 takes another marine from Anam Tonkin. Oh wait, no, actually I think you can take a marine from he actually takes a marine from Kwangtung. And he comes down through P-50 and into P-59 and adds a marine into Java. So that should be all of the transports that I'm capable of transporting around. All right. So my battleships. Really? I should have figured out how I did that. So my original plan, I had 2 guys here going into Sarawak, and I just don't know how I did that. There's something with transport that I missed. Oh, that's how I did it. All right. So this transport comes from I-11, and it comes over through the straits into P-59, and it grabs the last marine off of Philippines and puts that in Sarawak. That's how I did it. Just took me a minute to figure it out. Okay. We then have some ships and airplanes to move here. The battle cruiser off of the Boom Boom fleet there in I-11 comes around, goes into P-50, P-59, and then ends up in this sort of half between here zone, and it will put a bombard shot into Borneo here. I should still have a light cruiser left, yeah. Into Java as both the 6th, I'm going to clean this up, but both the 6th fleet, so the other 4 heavy cruisers are all in Java, and all of the carriers will end up in the same C zone. That is C zone P-59. So all 4 carriers, the and not the torpedo boat destroyers, we'll split them off. But all 4 carriers will be going to P-59 with the 4 battle cruisers, and I believe I also have, I think, 2 destroyers in there. 2 coastal subs and 1 destroyer, it looks like. Okay. So 1 destroyer, 4 heavy cruisers, and the 4 carriers, and I believe 4 transports. And 4 transports, 2 coastal subs are all in P-59. It's a bit of a mess there. So my planes are all going to start, at least most of my planes anyway, are going to start. I have from I-11 there, and they'll be landing on the carriers in P-59 after they're done conducting their combat operations. I've got 1 plane that's going to launch from Kwangtung, and that should be a fighter, I believe. Yeah, so we have a fighter that launches from Kwangtung. It goes from P-41 to P-50 into Sumatra, and then it will land on a carrier. We then have 2 tacticals and a fighter. I think what we'll do, right? 1, because they can go to this other one, they can go here for 2. They can then enter Java from 3. So yeah, so it's 3 to Java. So 2 dive bombers and a tactical will attack in Java. One of the fighters is going to fight this destroyer here, and because he goes 1, 2, 3 to P-61, and then he'll land in P-59 on the carrier. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, can't make it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still leaves 1 fighter unallocated. If I want to put it somewhere. I really just want to make sure I win this Java fight as absolutely quickly as possible. So we'll put 2 fighters and 2 tacticals into Java, and 1 fighter to kill this destroyer over here in P-61. The sub's going to submerge. The sub's going to submerge. The Dutch transport's going to die. It doesn't have anywhere to go. This submarine here in P-50 is going to come down into this sea zone where the battlecruiser, the destroyer, and the light cruiser are hanging out, and it's going to do a raiding operation right there. The 2 battleships are going to bombard into Cyrenaica. Kind of hoping that's how I'm going to win that fight. And that should be everything. I've got a transport I didn't use, and a light cruiser I didn't use, and a light carrier I didn't use. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Aha! So that's going to work. All right, so we will actually discharge the fighter from the other fighter from Kwangtung, and it will also go into Sumatra. It's going to land on that brand new light carrier we built last turn. So that will give us all 7 planes on carriers. I believe that is all of our combat moves. I don't think I have anything in China. Pretty happy with how that looks. So here we go. All right. Did I get the tactical? I did. Okay. So let's go ahead and do this fight here in Maharashtra real quick here. I've got a 2 and a 6. Oh, where did I? The blue will be the 2 for the Marine. The 6 is going to be the armor. Uh-oh, we missed. He didn't get the shot back at me. He is at a 2. And I really hope I get it on this one. Otherwise I don't get to blitz. He lives. So that is disappointing. So round 3. Still alive. This armor is not doing its job. Round 4. Fortunately, they don't have any ammo either, it seems. Round 5 still hits with this armor every turn. Oh my lord. Let me try to clean this up a little bit. So again, the red is the armor here. We just need a 6 or less. And he simply cannot hit. Sometimes dice are dice. And that kills us. That kills my Marine. I really do not want to lose my armor. As far as that goes. Yeah, we'll go ahead and retreat to southern India. That was terrible. These things happen. We'll fight in Delhi. I have a infantry at I have an infantry at 2, tactical bomber at 7. He's going to have a defender at 5. I intended to have the medium armor in this fight to make this much easier. I do kill him, so at least we got that one. And he missed. So we do take... oh, he had defender at 2, not at 5. I'm seeing my own infantry. Alright, so we take Delhi. He's going to fly back here. He has nowhere else to go. Some other easy fights here. Let's go ahead and do Saranac here. This should be pretty easy. So I've got 2 battleships that are bombarding Sarawak here at 4s. I'm not sure it designated my other bombards. So I hit on a 1, so yay, that was exactly how that was supposed to work. I don't remember if I designated my 4 heavies, but they're all going into Java there. I just don't remember if I stated that or not. So we get Sarawak. Now the attack here into Borneo, they've just got the one militia. The seaplane isn't gonna be able to do anything that I know of. That may not be the case though. He might be able to scramble. He's got a seaplane base. He should be able to scramble. I've got a submarine. that he can try to kill. I think. Not something I had considered, but I think that is a legal move. So just on the off chance that it is, I'm going to go ahead and have that guy scramble and see if he can kill my submarine. Because that should be something that he can do. I've got which will negate my bombard at that point, is the biggest problem of it. I think. We'll just treat it that way. In that case, I'll bring down the other light cruiser. This is where he was going anyway. And that way I've got a screening force of the 2 light cruisers. I'm just not sure if he can actually scramble since I have a sub here. But then on the off chance that he can, we'll kind of roll this 2 different ways and sort the rules out later. So he's going to try to kill my sub. He needs a 3. He misses. As far as I know, I then get my 2 shots with my old light cruisers there, which they hit. So I should kill the seaplane at that point. I'm not sure. Think about this one, war enthusiast, and let me know what your thoughts are. That might be. Not even entirely sure he could scramble in that circumstance, but he might. Either way, we'll then do our bombard with the battle cruiser and our two Marines coming in here. So the bombard is at a 3, so we'll use the blue here for that. Then I got 2 Marines attacking at 2s. Bombard miss, both Marines miss. He's got a militia at 2. Whew, that was close. So round 2. Nothing. Nothing. Wow, we are having trouble rolling a 2. 8, 5, 7. Oh, there we go. Got him with a 2. So kill militia and warning of false. Here in Sumatra, I've got 2 Marines and 2 fighters. So we'll let's copy this here. So there's no bombards to deal with. Not sure I need you anymore, so we'll put you down there. So the teal will be the Marines, and the red will be the fighters. One fighter hit, one fighter hit. Yeah, so we killed that guy without too much trouble. He's gonna shoot back at us though, and gets a 7. All right. So Sumatra falls. All told, this is going just fine for the Japanese here. Not too many spots we can be concerned about, other than that bad fight in Maharashtra. But some of the big ones are coming here. Let's do this fight here in the sea zone. Again, the sub just dives down. There's nothing we can do about that. I've got 2 subs. We don't get first strike. So we have 2 subs at a 3 and a fighter at a 6. So I've got a fighter at a 6 and 2 subs at a 3. He's got a defender at a 4. And the plane gets him. He gets to defend against me though. And hits me. So I kill a destroyer. He kills. We'll kill AI-8. So I-8 goes down. Going now the big one into Java here. I've got 4 bombards. 4 bombards at 2. So we'll just grab these 4 dice here. We're looking for 2s. See if we can get some hits. 1. So we do manage to bombard 1 militia. I then have 2 tacticals and 2 fighters. Those, the reds will be the tacticals. No hits, 0. Then we have 4 infantry class units because none of the artillery don't get to participate yet. So I've got 4 units at 2, so all of those right here. Oh, they did most of the work. I got 2 hits from my infantry. So they, shooting back, have 2 at 4 for their infantry and 1 at 2 for their militia. And 0 hits. Whoa. So we kill 1 militia and 1 infantry. We're pretty happy with how this turn's going. With the now the artillery land, so we're going to have quite a lot there. But first, let's just roll the fighters and the tacticals, because I'm sure supposedly they will easily get a hit. But they didn't last turn. But they do get 2 hits this turn, 1 and 2. So that'll be the end of him. And then we just need his shot back at a 4. And he gets it. Nope, just misses. He gets a 9. Thought about being a 1, I thought about being a 3, and it ended up at 9. That gets us Java. I'm going to put all of these guys on this marker right here. Like so. And the 2nd and the 6th is here. And I'm going to pull these transports out. Probably put them on a marker with the carriers for now. So we can land 6 planes on those carriers in the in my carrier fleet there. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then this fleet carrier slides down. It'll go into P50 with the battleships and the 3 destroyers. It'll grab this last fighter there. And then the 2 artillery are going to walk out of Hong Kong and go back into Kwangtung. Put that down here. I don't know that it'll need that one again. What do I want to do with these Marines? The armor and Anam Tonkin will go ahead and move to Burma. Didn't really suffer. I might not have suffered a single casualty there of my Marines. I guess I lost the Yamamoto airstrip. That may have been it. That was a pretty light attack for the Japanese there, all told. I think we'll split them. So one of the Marines in Anam Tonkin will go to Burma. I think the other one is going to go back into Kwangtung. Might need some Marines up north later. You never know. Marines become a pretty important resource for Japan, but overall, we've done a pretty good job. We do have some income adjustments to make for Great Britain. They, when the Germans declared war on the Netherlands, they received this colony right here in Suriname. And because I didn't take it, they also receive Western New Guinea here, western of the Dutch New Guinea. So the Brits are going to go up 2 to 28. The Japanese gained 8 from the islands, 9 from Sarawak, or 1 from Sarawak to go to 9, I should say. And then 10, 11, 12. So should be up 12 by my count. Oh, Delhi. Oh, so 1. I already had, yeah, so 1, 2, 3. We took 3 from India, Delhi, Benares, and Bengal. Sarawak is 4. And then Sumatra, Java, Borneo are 2 each. So that gets us to 10, and then 11 and 12 for West Timor. And so Japan gains 12 and goes to 58. And because of 2 of the islands we took there, our +2 bonuses go from having 2 of them to 4 of them. So we are now +14 to our income. So that is going to put us at 72 for next turn. And we go to, I need to move some tanks? I probably do. Yep, we got some tanks to move. So we'll go ahead and move the armor from Rihi to Suyan. I'm going to move the armor from Hopei to Szechuan. We're going to rail and artillery out of Kwangtung up to, is this Suyan? Yeah, Suyan. I think the CCP might be moving into Shanghai soon, so I kind of want to discourage them from that for a little bit here if I can. This transport off of Calcutta and I-11 is going to strategic naval move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he just goes back home to P-15 in the Sea of Japan there. Oh, my rating. Presuming that my sub got to raid, we gotta do our rating here in the C zone here. We can only take the 2 off of Anzac though. We can't do anything to the FEC unfortunately from this rating spot. So I was the red. My apologies. I should have called that out. So that is absolutely 0. When I'm raiding, red will always be the aggressor and black will be the defender there. That's just a protocol I play with. I believe that is everything we have for Japan. We can go ahead and go to placements. Do we need to move anything? 1, 2. Don't think so. Okay. Let's go ahead and go to placements here. In Kyushu, we're going to put 2 Marines, an artillery, and 1 infantry. And then in Honshu, we're going to put an infantry. And in Tokyo, we're going to put 1 more infantry. We then have a pair of medium armor to place. Oh, I got a factory in Siam. I might change that actually. So heavy armor will go in Calcutta. Heavy armor goes in Rihi. And I think that inventory I put in Honshu instead is going to go in Siam. I kind of was thinking about that, so we'll do that way. And that should be it for Japan. Took a little longer than normally. Probably won't have too many turns quite like that. There's a lot to get all those boats to do what we need them to do. So hope everybody had fun with that. I'm going to send you on over to Hambone here for 11.5. Everybody have a good day.